So, I don't know if this video is gonna even go on the internet, but I kind of want to document my thoughts currently. And now that's gonna ruin all the audio. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, so a month ago today, as I'm filming this, the 23rd of April 2018, I woke up in my childhood bed after the worst week of my entire life, and that is not an exaggeration at all. To find out, well, I mean, I say to find out as if it was some big surprise. No, I woke up and my dad had died. He was terminally ill for 9 years. He'd got cancer, he'd got myeloma. For 9 years, nine years, I didn't think I was gonna cry making this. I woke up around about 6 a.m. that morning. My brother was sleeping on the floor because my auntie was in the guest bed. I was in my bed. My brother was on the floor. And I woke up at about 6 a.m. and my mum was already in the room. No, it was probably about 7 actually. Not that it matters. And yeah, my mum was in the room and I heard her telling my brother that he died. And I kind of just laid there. I pretended to still be asleep because I didn't want to. I'd literally just woken up as I hear my mum telling my brother that, so I still needed to like ground myself in the day, which is a great way to do that. Hearing the words "Dad died," I didn't cry, just because that whole week was so emotionally draining. I went home on the Saturday previous, and because my parents wanted to like tell us the news from the hospital appointment that they'd previously had, and I was told that my father had been discharged from the hospital and they could no longer do anything for him. He was so positive through the whole 9 years that I never really had time to think about the fact that he was terminally ill and he was gonna die at some point. It never really sunk in that it was that bad. Me and my brother both said that only that final week of his life did he ever look like a cancer patient. Just a testimony to how incredible that man was. He was lying literally on his deathbed, probably like 24 hours before he died. And the Marie Curie nurses had come to like change the sheets of the bed, etc., and just make him comfortable. And they say, "Oh, how you doing, Steve?" And he just rolled over and said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Which is just exactly who he was. Like, I mean, we weren't in the room. We had a baby monitor so we could check that so that we could hear if he was like stirring. And we heard this on the baby monitor, and me and my brother were just like, "He's not fine. He's literally the exact opposite of the word fine." But yeah, I woke up that morning and heard that he died, and honestly, it was a bit of a relief. Because that entire week, yeah, I was telling you about, right, so on the Saturday I found out that he'd been discharged from the hospital and they couldn't do anything more for him. And he was still sat in his chair like he normally was. He'd lost a lot of weight since the last time I saw him, and that was kind of my first sign that it wasn't good news. And then the Sunday, we had a Sunday lunch. I mean, admittedly, was asleep a lot of the day, but he was still up and dressed and in his chair. But I mean, yeah, he was slumped over and asleep. But he was there, and he had lucid moments where you could talk to him, and he was still Dad. Then the Monday, he was in bed all day, and the lucid moments were getting fewer and fewer. The Tuesday, he was in bed all day again, obviously, and the lucid moments were getting lesser and lesser. And by the Wednesday, he was asleep all day, every day. And on the Thursday night, the Marie Curie nurses, I was about to go and get ice cream. Marie Curie nurses were here, and they noticed his breathing had changed. So they called us all in and said, I think this is it. You might want to say your final goodbyes. And then he held on for another 12 fucking hours. He spent 12 hours, like, fighting. You could see it on his face. He was just fighting for every fucking breath. And he was incredible. So yeah, six days, I went from having a father who, yes, I knew he had cancer, and I knew he was ill, but he was my dad, and there was no problems. And 6 days went past, and he was dead. Fuck's sake. I didn't cry properly for maybe a week, just because I don't think I'd had time to process anything that had happened in that week. And yeah, the last month has been fine. Like, we only had the funeral, like, a week and a half ago. And it was huge. It was so big, there were so many people, which was amazing. Every now and again, I'll see something online or in town, and I'll think, oh wow, Dad will really love that. I'll send it to him. And then I remember that he's dead. I can't. I don't even know what I want this video to be. I don't know whether I'm gonna do anything with this footage. I don't know whether I'm gonna delete it, or I don't know. I'm gonna go to uni in like, I've got to leave in like 10 minutes. It just doesn't quite feel real, and I don't know whether it ever will, because like, I'm never gonna see my father again, and he was so great. He was incredible, and he helped me through so much. He's helped me through so much. I guess I'm just gonna miss him. I already miss him. I missed him before he died. He was already gone. Like a few days before he died. Me and my brother both said that. It felt like he was already gone. And I'm glad it was so quick, rather than years and years of a slow decline where he was what he didn't want to be, which was like my grandmother, who was paralysed in pyjamas, using his words. I'm pissed off that my mum now has to live 30 years without her husband, who they referred to each other as their soulmates all the time. That was what they were. And now they didn't get the life that they should have had. They didn't get growing old together and watching me and my brother grow old and my nephew grow up. I mean, my mum gets to see that, but she doesn't. Like, my dad doesn't get that, and they can't potter about town together, and they can't experience just what they should have. I'm pissed off, and they shouldn't have had to deal with this. Although, if it were gonna happen to anyone, I can't think of two people more equipped to deal with what they've had to deal with over the last decade. It's fucking shit. Yeah, I don't know. what else was I going to say? So I'm signing off.